Hello, my name is Jason McQuiggan, and today we're going to be discussing the announcement of the Mirage VRS3, this device right here. Mirage VRS3, as you can see, is an all-in-one VR headset. This is a 3 degree of freedom 4K resolution headset. We created this in conjunction with our partner Pico. Essentially, it is a device that we're gearing towards enterprise customers that are looking to scale solutions with inside of VR. This may not be the device that you'd go and experiment with, but this is the device you're going to utilize when you're going to expand your VR solution out to hundreds or thousands of devices. So come along and I'll give you a little bit more information on this device. So let's talk a little bit more about the Mirage VRS3 that we're announcing today. The Mirage VRS3 is an all-in-one 3 degree of freedom VR headset, as mentioned. It is very lightweight, weighs 470 grams. It also has this design where the battery is in the back, which gives it a strong counterbalance. So that way, if you're wearing this device for a long period of time, not all that weight is just resting on your face and on your nose. It gives you a bit more comfort in the long run. It includes a 3 degree of freedom wireless controller, and it's recommended for ages 13 and up, but we are targeting obviously enterprise for this, so we don't anticipate that being much of a problem. It can be worn over glasses, and it has mostly sanitizable parts, meaning the device itself, the face cushion, the back cushion, those can all be wiped down very easily for multiple persons using the device. The battery is relatively long life, rated at 4,200 milliamp hours. And the processor on here is an 835 Qualcomm processor. Runs at 75 Hertz as a refresh rate, and the operating system on this is Android with a resolution of 4K, and that's 4K total resolution, 1920 by 2180 per eye. It has a field of view of 101 degrees, and it does have integrated audio as well as Bluetooth. Includes a USB charger, USB-C charger. That means it can be plugged directly into a wall outlet using a USB plug, as well as plugged directly into a computer. It also includes an SD card slot, and it can be run in kiosk mode. And that kiosk mode will allow for you to force the device to start up in your application. Meaning when someone turns the device on, the only thing that they would see would be your application that you've installed on this headset. And we're targeting to have this out in Q2 of this year. So let's talk briefly about some of the benefits of training in VR, and some things you all probably already know, but let's jump down those pretty quickly because we see them as very important points when we're talking about this device. Training in VR obviously can create a distraction-free environment. It focuses the user's attention because they are no longer looking at their watch or their phone or whatever else it might be around them. It's going to allow them to focus specifically on the content that you're putting in front of them. It also leads to better retention of information than traditional media. There are many studies out there that can prove this out, and be happy to discuss that further with you should you have an interest. It does provide for a safer learning experience, meaning if you're training inside of VR and not having to go to a hazardous environment or interact with machinery that you may not be familiar with, this obviously would be a safer experience. And it also allows for experiences that may not be physically or logistically possible in the real world. We are experiencing a lot of that right now in the current world situation, where you can't necessarily go to a location to do a tour or to learn about maybe a new craft or trade that you're learning. This allows you, of course, to train folks where they are at. And it also does reduce the use of expensive equipment, and it also does reduce the use of expensive equipment and reduces travel costs for training. Also very important factors that you would look at when you're looking at the ROI for utilizing VR training. So what actually comes in the box with the Mirage VRS3? It is a very straightforward enterprise package, meaning it contains the Mirage VRS3 headset, contains the controller that we mentioned earlier, also includes the AC power charging adapter and a USB to USB-C charging cable. There's also batteries for the remote and a quick start guide. So that's what you'll get when you first unbox the Mirage VRS3. So one of the major advantages of using the Mirage VRS3 as your enterprise VR headset of choice is that it comes pre-provisioned with Lenovo's ThinkReality platform. Now, Lenovo's ThinkReality platform covers a lot of our AR and VR products and services. However, for VR, it has a couple of specific features that we think you'll be very interested in. The ThinkReality platform really does break down barriers. It eliminates a lot of time-consuming tasks for IT professionals, and it removes obstacles for end users as well. Through the IT admin portal, it's a secure cloud portal, you can mass provision devices, and you could also update the devices simultaneously, ensuring that all of your VR headsets are ready to use whenever they are needed. It is a web-based application, meaning you'll have access from anywhere at any time. And you could reach your devices to check on device health, you could deploy content, and you could even install device updates. So major features of the platform are, of course, that you can mass provision devices. And because the devices come ready for ThinkReality, you can simply upload a single sheet to provision all of your devices simultaneously. Once your devices are provisioned, you can easily update software on multiple devices. Meaning you could push your content, your applications, to hundreds of devices all at once without having to plug in each device individually or having to access each device individually. It gives you a kind of an overall immediate access to all headsets simultaneously. So you could push your application and other content to those devices, and you could even create specific groups of devices within the ThinkReality platform, so that way some devices can have some content and other devices can have different content. You'll have connection over Wi-Fi. So if the device is not connected to Wi-Fi and a push happens while the device is offline, the next time the person loads that device up and turns the device on, it will push that new content to that device. And it is a secure cloud portal, and it has access to all your headsets, content, and users. So that way anyone in your organization that has access to it can see what devices are being utilized, what content is loaded, and potentially what content needs to be updated. It also includes Lenovo's integrated solution support, which we're going to talk about a bit next. Today we're also introducing LISS, which is Lenovo's integrated solution support. LISS on this device comes standard when you purchase it with the ThinkReality platform. So what does that get you? The Lenovo Integrated Solution Support is a one-stop shop, meaning that if you have a problem with the device itself, or if you have a problem with the ThinkReality platform, or any of the software that comes pre-installed from the factory on the device, you call one number and LISS will walk you through any of those problems. They will get your device up and running, or they will help you replace the device itself. These are people that are professionals within this field, and they understand the devices and they understand what's supposed to work and how it's supposed to work, so they can quickly get you back up and running and get your devices back online. So to that end, we are offering the Mirage VRS3 in a variety of different ways. This is an enterprise-focused device, so this is not a consumer device that you'll purchase at a retail store or anything like that. You'll contact your Lenovo rep and you can work with them through these various options to find out specific pricing for your needs. Where we see the strongest offering is in the device with the ThinkReality platform, of course. The ThinkReality platform is an annual subscription, and that does come with the LISS, Lenovo Integrated Solution Support Service, as mentioned. And then the third way is later on this year, we'll be announcing some partnerships with some third-party software suppliers. So that about covers the Mirage VRS3 with ThinkReality. I'm looking forward to some of your questions. And obviously with the state of the world right now, we understand that there's a lot of organizations out there that are trying to find the right solution to help train their people and to keep people interacting with one another. And we believe that VR and AR are some of those technologies that are really going to enable that. We think that the Mirage VRS3 has a lot of opportunities to help push that along for corporate enterprises because it is truly built for that space and for scalability. So looking forward to talking to you more. Thanks.